Is that loud enough? Am I audible? Audibabaru? 聞こえますか? Audible Peekaboo, I see you. Hi, good evening. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Konbanwa. My name is Anzu, and I'm an apricot that delivers packages from me, Toyo. 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 Louda, clear. Loud and clear. That's good. Roja. So, good evening, everybody. We're going to be continuing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Yeah. So we're currently on the 4th case. I think I said 3rd case before. I forgot it's the 4th. Oh, guys, look, the background, it changed. It's Shom's house. Remember when we met Iris, the 10-year-old? Yeah. Hello, Zudi and Skelmo and whoever else is there and whoever's watching VOD. Hello. Hi. Okay, let's start. Continuing. So we are playing the adventure of the Clouded Kokoro, where the person we're gonna defend is Natsume Soseki. So he's based off, I guess, or inspired by the Japanese author, the famous Japanese author. Wait, is my background music playing? I just realized. Lol. There you go. February 19, 2:38 p.m. Briar Road. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Oh, hello, my doggy. If you guys hear music, that's my parents doing karaoke. Perfect! So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at that silver tip Iris gave us for him. Oh no, it's the detective who puts his fish and chips in his pocket. So unhygienic. Ugh. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there he is with that one piece of fish sticking out. Oof, okay, let's present the letter we got from Iris, which I would like to say is so cute. Alright, presento. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign guttabouts, that's for sure. We have this for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladyship? I'm watching you, Inspector. Whatever you're about to say and express, you better watch out. I have the Scotland Yard on speed dial. Her ladyship? Give that here at once! Come on, hand it over, that's for me! Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? Don't... What was that coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. Well, it's an appearance fee, that's what it is. Appearance fee? An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean... that's right. For the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Oh, okay, it's a talent fee. Okay, you're cleared. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me every time. Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course, here, using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. I'm so sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you. Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know then, eh? Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. I'm turning cowboyish, aren't I? I don't think it's English accent, but screw it! Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What you wanna know? I'm gonna turn into a British cowboy. Oh, that's gonna be a sight to behold. Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ah, the little knife-wielding mustached Japanese fella? He lives in the right old hovel. It's just over there, look. Oh, he lives in the brick house? Huh. Oh, on the first floor of that house on the corner where that wreck of a bicycle's popped up. Oh, poor bicycle. That is nearby indeed. If I remember rightly, the landlord is Mr. John Garrideb. Garrideb? What kind of name is that? Right, well, if you see her again, you make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. Don't worry, Inspector, we will. He's turning into a British cowboy, I'm so sorry. Goodbye for now, then, and long live her ladyship. Oh, God. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yes, so then shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Definitely! Time to move. Wow, baby, utre. No, no baku, no baku. Hey, my dog go barku. He says hi. Baby. February 19th, Mr. Natsume's lodgings. What a eccentric house. Oh my god, he has a maid. May I help you? Yes, would this be the residence of Mr. John Garrideb? Indeed it would, sir. And who, may I say, is calling? My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Sasaki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here. Oh! She has big puffy cheeks. Nair! Hello! Good of evening from my side of the world. Finally catch the apricot, you did, like a Pokemon. Welcome, welcome. I hope you've been having a good day. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. Oh! One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garrideb. She looks like a puffer fish. What were I doing before stream, partner? Where did that cowboy come from? I don't know. It just comes out. Did you see that, Mrs. Sato? That was a real-life English maid. I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day gets better and better. It certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it? We only need to meet a butler and the experience will be complete. Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garrideb will see you now, this way. Whoa, he has a very sharp hair. And beard? He can stab you with your head and chin. Wow, looks like a crescent moon. Wow, shugoi, Mr. Garrideb. Wait, I can't move. Wait, what? Oh, I examine? I'm very confused. What it is? Good day to you. John Garrideb at your service. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Do excuse me for not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwand. Don't you know? Maiwand? What's that? Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comings. So he's a retired soldier. It's a hell of a job getting up and downstairs now. I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine. Yeah, I got an arrow to the knee. Bullet to the knee. Does he moonwalk? I have no idea. Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Do you think so? Well, Mr. Garideb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joanne? Let these good people see it properly. Wow. Joanne, fetch the— Ah! Dash it, old woman, be careful! Oh, dearie me, I do beg your pardon, sir. You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands. Well, considering it was his lab, I feel like another thing would end up being cooked, you know? He'll end up with a cooked hot dog. I don't think that would be useful in life. I shall be more careful, sir. So, anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now. Yes, I see. Hello, Ohoyamato. Tarashi Hikoku ni Yoshihito no Mikoto. What a very long name. 名前は長いんですね。面白いね。はい、いらっしゃい。Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs, is that right? Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us. Only two, please, naturally, especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blightly. I don't think you're supposed to stir your tea with your pipe, but okay. We forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were. Oh, is it? Even had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe? Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name, not really my cup of tea, all the detective business. Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so... Eh? Ah, no, Villager mode. Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak. So he's in Sasaki-san's room. It's a bally nuisance is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuzz. It's jolly unsettling. About Mr. Natsume? About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garideb. Please do tell us. Ah yes, the Japanese chap only been lodging here for a week. Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then. My dog is talking to me. Good, behave. I have 2 lodges most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor room became available a week ago. Ah! Dash it all, Joanne, do be careful! Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. He's gonna get a cooked lap. A warm lap. Oh my. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him.
Oh my god, those cheeks are bouncier than my butt. Can I tap them too? They look so soft and jiggly.
Oh, why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. She, the mastermind, the lady, knows how to silence a man. Oh, hell yeah! In the warmest, hottest way possible. The man had shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joanne, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Oh yes, indeed there was. And she's dying to tell us.
Wow, shady lodger.
Had you noticed anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume? Oh my word, yes. The man was shadier than an orchid.
Could you elaborate?
Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is, more than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too.
Oh, I see.
The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Oh, I feel attacked. I feel like that's me. I sleep around 2 a.m. I get distracted by either games or YouTuber stuff.
Could you clarify something, I wonder?
What, pray?
How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine?
Oh!
I'd understand that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct?
That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and street level.
Then how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? Are they peeping toms? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example. Even the times they go to bed. Strange. Sounds like a horror movie.
Ah! Good grief, Joanne, be more careful, woman! Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Something doesn't add up here. Suspicioning.
It seems that the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out the window at around that time? The window?
Fancy.
Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby? 5 o'clock is dinner time in the Garideb household, so I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joanne? No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road. Oh, I see. Naruhodo. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then? Such as? Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Well. Yes? Was there something then? Well, it's nothing particularly. Ah! For the love of God, Joanne, watch what you're doing! How dear me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir. Do be more careful, woman. Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow. Narrow Hollow, oh my god. Oh, yes? I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Oh, really, Mr. Garida? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been. Oh, well, as I was saying, it was... Ah! Joanne, dash it all! What is the matter with you, woman?
Oh my god, Joanne, he's gonna lose his skin.
Oh my god, that's hot boiling water, bro. Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal, Joanne? That's right, Mr. Gavidet.
You're all suspicious people.
What is the matter with these two? It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but where?
I wish I knew. Mr. Natsume's room.
Looks like the chat source isn't working very well, so I apologize for that, chat. Hi. Why, certainly just below us on the first floor. And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there even as we speak? Yes. Told me Natsu's name had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key. Mr. Natsume has engaged Mr. Sholmes' services? That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around in Mr. Natsume's room, I mean?
Ooh, that pipe's probably not good
to use anymore. Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs. Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. I don't think I want to speak to him though. He's so eccentric and he go whoosh whoosh twirl twirl. I just wonder how they brought the cannon all the way to the top floor. That's something I'm interested to know. Alright. A small dark room. Sounds about right. And what is your room like? Oh my god. Oh my god, this is... How would you live in a place like this? Nanikore? Look at this place. It's towers of books and there's no window. This is like a prison cell, my boy. Nanikore? Nanikore? What is over there? Hold on. What's over there? Oh, smell it. It's so musty in here. I suppose it's the mountain of old books that are responsible for that. Oh, I think I found some interesting things here. Oh, never mind. That's just mold. Never mind. It's mold. Never mind. It's just mold. It's just mold everywhere. Okay. Time to come back. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Wow, so much mold. Moldy. He has a cat! I wonder if that's a reference to his to Natsume Soseki's novel I Am a Cat.
I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life.
No, me neither.
It's so dark in here too.
Kato, I want to touch Kato.
Is that the window over there?
Well, it was the window, I think, yes. Once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives.
By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? Are we gonna do Where's Waldo but Sholmes? Where's Sholmes?
No, that's true, but according to what Mr. Garadeb told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating.
Doko arimasu ka? Shom-san?
No.
Look at this cat. He looks like squishy.
Oh,
No, don't go away. No, don't go into the forest of books. Oh my, what an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master is away.
I don't know about that. He disappeared into the pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor Mike, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain? That's probably the cat breed, Mike, probably.
hello, MB.
The books reclaimed what was theirs, so that's for sure. Look at that. It's like a prison cell.
Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan.
That's made me feel homesick now.
Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days.
We've only been here for 2 days, and how much trouble have we been in? This is a lot of stuff. Oh my god! Look at that! It's the abyss! Look at all those books stacked up there. They almost reach the ceiling.
They're all works of English literature, and they all smell so musty.
With this volume of books to hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you?
No, what a dreamy idea.
A bad dream, maybe, for me at least.
Am I being troublemaker again? No, I've not been in trouble. No? No?
Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile now will ever be read again.
So reading it is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime, just as the tea ceremony teaches us.
I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy.
This Anzu, but I did nothing wrong. I'm innocent. Honey.
That desk seems to be wedged into a crevasse between the mountains of books on either side.
I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every night as well.
Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books.
Oh yeah, Mr. Natsume's name is on it, look. And the date of purchase... 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m.
That's the day of the incident. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books.
La 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 la. Evidence received.
Oh my god, he just faded in like a PowerPoint presentation. Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo! Jeebus Creebus. Aha! There he is! Where did he appear from? Your home would look like that if you had a bookstore near you, MB? Wow, I wish I would have a house like that one day, but I don't think I'd have enough money to buy all the books I'd want. More or less the time to read them all. He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he wouldn't mind if we disturb him.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes!
No. Hey? Ah, you two, good day! Now, let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Borea. Ah, yes, of course, the Borea. And let me see. What happened on that voyage? It was Kazuma Asugi. He died tragically, but you were a great help to us. Time to live in the Great Library? Oh god.
Hello, meme lord. Stop calling me a peach. I'm not a peach. Oi. Omae wa hontou ni dame yo. I will ask One-san to smother you in a tight hug. Ne, meme lord. If you keep calling me peach.
20 books for 50 bucks? That's not a bad deal, MB. I wish there was something like that here. Ah, yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asugi.
Oi, Nair. Why are you calling me peachy now?
Don't threaten me with a good time. Good time? She's gonna suffocate you, you know, with her hug. Are you kidding me? Have you seen those kadonkabonkas? Oh my god. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Oh. Well, you seem to remember something of it at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. This is Mr. Oh, no, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Miss Naruhodo and Mr. Susato. He swapped them. NGL would make good pillows for nap. Oh my god, you thirsty bastards. Oh god. Be careful what you wish for. Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. Ah! I lose the first round.
Well, it does feel nice to be smothered by One-san, but still.
In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. So they apprehended Soseki-san in that short amount of time? I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little. A little? It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. There's no but, we accept our fate. One day, I promise, I'll try to manufacture a dakimakura of One-san. A really nice one. Even if it means I have to commission someone to do the artwork so it would feel better. And look better. I'd order one for myself.
Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully. He means Iris, I suppose.
Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned.
Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased. And this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case.
Conversation. Mr. Natsume's arrest.
We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Sasaki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road. Natsume. Yes, I believe it was a name rather along those lines.
But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little?
Time to commission Anzu for the art. LOL! I'm sorry, Miss Sosato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean.
What?
I can't believe he was looking Susato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I assure you, I am not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension.
Oh? How?
I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime.
But that doesn't make sense.
The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene.
Ah, a man seen fleeing.
There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the big plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question.
So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then?
That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books I found myself quite lost in bibliophily. Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no.
Oh dear.
So he got sidetracked.
Okay.
Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings?
Yes, Mr. Garidam, a retired military man. It was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is the services. And it was the first time I've ever met a maid.
Oh wait, this is Ryunosuke. And it was the first time I've ever met a maid from the great British institution that is, service. I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid.
Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer.
They have a primer? It's like a tourist pamphlet? And so conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein.
Betokening their social standing? Sorry?
Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that.
Oh. So I need a maid? What?
In the upper echelons of society, or is that echelons? I think it's echelons, right? Of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family.
Goodness, how extraordinary!
As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance.
I had no idea.
And it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in the retired army veteran Mr. John Garridet.
Oh?
Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of his case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. You can go around the sewers?
Well, we're gonna get trained by Master Splinter.
And then we're gonna be part of the Ninja Turtles, except we're not turtles, so we're like the assistant, I guess?
Side character. Oh yeah. Like April and the guy. I forgot the guy's name.
I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say.
Nani kana?
Naruho don't. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you that any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later.
Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one.
Ah, but sooner or later, as I said.
I don't believe that's the issue here.
About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax.
Huh?
Bro, they have tax for having windows?
What?
Window tax? What is that?
Surely not a tax on windows?
Precisely that.
Oh my goodness!
Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows.
Is it like cheese tax? I guess. Wow.
I don't even pay my regular taxes according to MB, the mailbox VTuber. Alright guys, time to screenshot this and send it to the IRS. Goodbye MB, we'll never see you again. We know the IRS ain't people you're gonna mess with.
Hey IRS, look! He doesn't pay tax. Pam pam pam.
GTA star level. Number 5.
Pam pam pam.
They're coming for you! FBI open up! IRS open up! Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly closed windows up.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Mailbox VTuber, we know you're in there. Step out with your hands up,
or we will storm the place, or shoot you through the walls. It's your choice.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
While the rich opened windows here, there, and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money.
How awful and unjust! Forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light?
Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So some 40 years ago, thereabouts, the window tax was abolished.
But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price. Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh? Still, that is of little relevance here, a matter not worthy of further attention. You'll get my taxes from my cold dead butt cheeks. Oh my god, MB, be careful what you wish for. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Well, I believe I told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? Oh, you remember that, didn't you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure? On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well, then I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized. And so promptly, too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence?
Well, I don't trust the innocence of my apricots, that's for sure. I've seen what they're into.
Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh. But I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? No problem, MB. Hi. Don't you shame us, you. Ah, yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivocally. Wow, MB, don't have too much fun with your friend too. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room. And there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That's just all I could say. And one more thing. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Garideb is? Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garideb's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret would prove to be of relevance or not. Hoo-ha! But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. Naruhodon't. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room.
Wow. I feel attacked. I'm like that too.
If I get into a reading, oh my god, I'm gonna be finishing that thing off in 1 or 2 days. Whoa! Where are they? Oh, you pair again? Ooh, that's really not a good thing to do. Stop doing that to your pipe. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there? Mr. Herlock Sholmes? Ah, yes, rings a big bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. I feel like his tobacco might have seeped into the coffee, or tea, whatever. Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there. Jolly good show. Another cup of tea if you would please, Joanne? Now then, why don't you tell me what— Ah! For the umpteenth type, woman! Will you watch what you're bully well doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Ah, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind. Oh, yes, of course. We are We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all, not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all. Perhaps you could see yourselves out. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garideb is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seems open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. Actually, I see something already. Look at this. The carpet is ruined and there's a lit candle. Maybe there was a fire? Maybe that's why it was foggy? I don't know. I've investigated thoroughly but couldn't find anything out of place. Oh, okay. That's a full-size cannon! What's it doing here? Oh my! It's real! I thought it might be a replica. That old thing? Bah, that's little more than a toy. Sorry? The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house. Really? It isn't overkill? Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy. Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Garideb? Always is. Take Joanne here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over the barrel, you see. They dry very well on the cannon there, Joanne tells me, which rather proves my point, I feel. Huh? So it's been reduced to a drying rack? No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame. Poor cannon. Oh my god, look at this. Everything's cracked and Sholmes is at the window. Look at this crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh my! A genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? Although the shelf seems to be broken and the crockery is— oh dear, it's in pieces. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice. Ah, I wonder. Perhaps the cannon was fired at it. Yes, probably something like that, but let's not delve too deeply here.
Not gonna lie, I like Shom's bag. I love these old school bags. I have, I think, 2 of them in a old school style. Love it so much. Maybe one day I'll be able to buy like an antique one, you know, like a used medic bag from the olden days, like war period. They're so nice for art materials, honestly. Huh? What's he doing over there?
Mr. Sholmes?
Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows. Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Election, sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing over by the window? I am given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Yet sadly cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, keeping an eye to one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. Ah, and one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, me?
I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind. Oh no, are we gonna dance? Wait, he's not talking about, is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon.
Do you mean Mr. Sholmes?
There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo.
I think so.
There's just enough time for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. Let's dance. Mr. Gabiteb, there it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service. Your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first-rate. I'm afraid, sir, that it is all too clear for me. There are 2 conclusions I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon. The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care. Huh? And second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you.
Mr. Naruhodo, look!
The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Shom's conclusions are both spot on. How? How could you possibly? How could I possibly know, you mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Sherlock Holmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Odorimashou!
Let's dance. The watering, arigatou gozaimasu. Today I have Coke. As in Coca-Cola.
It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to say that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these 4 walls.
Do you think it's the cat?
Thus we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? Ah, for a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garidab, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Okay, I doubt it's a lion statue. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Yet living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Oh, me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction.
It is?
Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it, it is a handbill advertising a circus show. Oh! Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Gabidev, at Batty's Circus, a traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. I don't know, I think it's just a normal cat. Might be Natsume's cat, ne? Now, Mr. Gabidev, it is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Oh! Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man! I simply... But what we must now ask ourselves is the true cause of this pain. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yeah, he's way too high for this. Sholmes. Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for your payment. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go. Yes, well, Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I may not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes. There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite.
Why the cake? You're losing us, Sholmes. You're losing it.
Was it or was it not once said by a certain noble woman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India.
Huh? I'm a doubt. I press X to doubt.
Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle.
I don't know, pal. You've been wrong for the past games, so he's wrong.
What is the matter with you, Joanne? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Gabby-Deb. I'm afraid I did not notice. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Runneth? Oh my god. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too.
Oh.
Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it again?
Well, your deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size?
Indeed. It is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense.
But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well? But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Gary Deb and his maid would have been hurt or worse.
Ah, that's where you are stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon.
I thought you said that they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I have ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. That's a good point.
Ah, my dear Susato, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea.
Lol. Even animals? Oh, what a glorious notion. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again.
I had a feeling that was coming.
A slight massage? That's all Mr. Sholmes' deductions need. You can do it.
Excellent! I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh gods. We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least that's what I want to believe. Let us start again. From the beginning. Of Halak Show's logic and reasoning, spectacular! Let's dance! Hold it, Mr. Shows! A rampaging Asiatic lion? Was that what it said? Okay, let's see now. So what form might the beast take? Alright, here we go. What are you looking at? Spine breaking is now called a slight massage, huh? I guess. There we go. I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Garidev's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in the room. Yes, something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it then? We must follow Mr. Garidev's gaze. That will lead us to the true answer. Alrighty, what you be looking at, sir? Whoa, what is this? Oh my god, what is that? Is that what he looked... Is this it? The photograph? Ooh, the face is gone. Oh, is that a child? I'm so confused. What's this photograph? It appears to be from Mr. Garidev's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he? Huh? He does, but you can't make out his bride. No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply there. These are shells for the cannon, are they? What a strange place to keep them. I imagine they have some significance to Mr. Garidev from his time in the military. Ah, of course, he mentioned the battle of to us before, didn't he? Do you remember? He said that he'd been shot in the knee. Perhaps it was one of these that hit him. Oh my god, Sasato, no. If your knee were to be hit by that, I think you'd lose the leg, man. It's not like that. If a round that size had hit his knee, there'd be nothing left of it, or Mr. Garidev for that matter. Mr. Sholmes has a Persian slipper. And this man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary in British to display, well, rubbish on the mantelpiece. Well, if he's looking at the lion, my best bet is the picture frame. I can't move this anymore, so I guess it's the picture frame. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Behind the lion statue on the mantelpiece, almost deliberately hidden from view, is a photograph. Though I have yet to examine it in detail, I can assure you that it holds the answer. Because I'm employing an extremely advanced detection technique called jumping to conclusions, you see? No. What spectacular contrived logic led you to this mindless conclusion? Oh, well, it's supposed to be a logic and reasoning spectacular, so I thought I'd contribute to the show. This is my show, Mr. Naruhodo. Kindly perform any peculiar experiments on your own stage. So it's basically, don't mess with my series. Ugh, sorry. Oh, I was wrong, so it's not that? Okay. Well, what we do know with some certainty is that destructive creature has been at work in this room. And that Mr. Garideb inadvertently looked in the direction of something that gives its identity away. Maybe it is the mortar shells. I mean, it's the only other thing selectable besides the lion. Chatate. Eh, my cursor! There you go. Yeah, I think it's the only thing we can, you know. Percentaning. Oof, I'm wrong. Eh? Okay, we're wrong. How? So it's not the mortar shells. It's not the... Eh? Eh? Nani kana? What am I missing? Are you trying to explain it's the statue and not like an actual lion? Is that what we're trying to say? Eh? Statue, but it's just for feline? I guess. I mean, it's the only other object left. I guess we can try. No, it's wrong. Yabe. All 3 items are wrong. Okay. Huh?
It's your fault, Zudi. You encouraged us to press the statue. We lost a life because of you.
Just joking. I was actually just not sure also.
何かなねえ。どういう意味
What could this mean? Hurrah! Hmm.
はあ、何かな
Is there anything else that we can observe, perhaps? I can't look up and down though. I can only look like... What's on the dummy cone cap and goes in the corner? Yeah, there. Okay. The same dialogue for the shells though. What was he looking at? What am I missing? Lion statue, photograph frame.
何
Huh? There are no other items to be analyzed. Well, this is the lion statue that Mr. Sholmes picked out. Yes, I wonder. Perhaps if you did live with a lion, it would prove to be a rather sweet companion. I think that's like a mouse trying to tell us its family that the cat around the house is sweet. I suppose it is a bit of a flight of fancy, isn't it?
何これ
Let's have a good look around. No, I didn't really give much input. Ah, yabe.
やべやべやべやべ
I'm trying to move up and down. It doesn't seem like it's possible.
何かな
I just say it's the same thing. The glass is broken, so you can't see the bride's face at all. But no amount of cracks could hide the woman's plump form. I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Naruhodo. Yeah, she certainly looks that. There's a lot of horsepower there. Oh my god. Not someone you'd want to upset, that's for sure. Oh look! Have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it? Yes, that's an unusual design. It looks like some sort of embellished sunflower. Do you think this is what we're going to Oh my god, did the wife throw a hissy fit? Oh, it's the newlywed bride! Ah! The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by the newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Gabideb. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Indeed, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honored might be a stretching a point. Too late. The fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged this room was your wife, Mr. Gabideb. Oh, he has something on his face. I didn't notice that earlier. The new chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is? Your dress pocket gives us handsome clues, blah 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 blah. J Bottom.
こんばんは
Eigo, 上手ですね. Your English is very good. Ah, thank you. I can speak English and Japanese. Hi. I also speak Filipino since I am a Filipino. Hi. 日本語と英語とフィリピン語が話せますよ。私はフィリピン人ですけど、日本語を勉強しています。はい。
welcome, welcome ね。はい。Hello, hello.
I'm trying my best to voice this. The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. Oh dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of a Mrs. Garideb anywhere. But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garidev's wife could be.
What are you hiding, Miss Maid? Maido wa nani? Pigtails. Washo. Eh?
She's the wife! その人は奥様ですよ。ほら!
She's the wife. Nani?
Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. Oh! Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garidev's bride in this photographic print. In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. No. You are Mr. Garidev's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garidev herself. Oh my! Oh my word!
Haha. Got you, wife.
Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightly surmised, this is my wife. Yes, my Joanne. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was... It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are a folly. You mean Mr. Garidev has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garidev? Only in company, obviously. But listen here, this must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please.
Wow. So the wife is maid. Okay.
So it's the wife who's been causing the damage in the home.
Oh no, domestic violence. Oh, nani kore?
Sa, Garidev-san. Changes it to Japanese law. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that bleak pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Oh. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garidev's wife a beast, actually. Yes, as a woman that feels rather uncomfortable. But Mrs. Garidev is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true! So perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then. According to Sholmes, Mr. Garidev's pain is tangible though. What could that pose of his really signify?
Well, we're about to find out. Yes.
Eh? Did he get slapped?
Ah! Slap cheek. Wow. Wow.
Kurae!
Shatter.
Your head weighs heavily on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek. And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade. Was you, Madam Joanne Garideb?
I thought you were Japanese.
Yeah, when I'm studying Japanese, I do put a lot of attention to pronunciation. Not gonna lie, when I go on vacation in Japan, I do get mistaken as a local because of my appearance and my pronunciation and the way I talk. So it's okay. I completely understand.
Totally surprising.
Well, I guess it makes me feel happy because it means I guess I'm doing well with studying the language, yeah?
Arigato.
Well, yes. You have been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheeks, sir. Oh! How the blazes! How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view. Well, Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap?
Ah, that's such a cute emote skill move. It's like her, but cute.
In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garideb to fly into a rage. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer.
Pam pam pam.
Yes, it is the pile of bills.
Well, now we know it's not.
Didn't Mr. Sholmes say that the bills were all for lion fodder? Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed. Which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Miss Garideb's wife. Mr. Naruhodo, she's a person, not a thing. Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap round the face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question.
What are the bills?
Looking at all these bills, it certainly amounts to a great deal of food. Meat and potatoes by the cartload, wasn't it? Well, looking at the two of them, you can tell immediately who eats the lion's share in this household. Well, at least we're no longer talking about an actual lion anymore.
Yikes. She eats a lot. Oh, what's that? Huh? そうだね.
Oh, there's a kiss mark.
Is this an affair?
Ah, someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Garideb is clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think that's a bookmark. Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary.
And look next to the signature here.
Lip marks made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture.
Don't get any ideas, Sato-san.
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
So this bookmark is actually a love note.
Love note. That is the reason.
You're having an affair.
How could you be so mean to your wife? Why you have an affair?
Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer.
Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here. Ah! But I don't know the bally man, a woman. You don't know her? That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I didn't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say? That's right. Ah! A likely story? Now listen here, Joanne, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at the second-hand place, and that note must have already been in there. So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? That's right. Ah! A likely story? For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you'd forgotten, is John! A likely story? Oh, are you questioning my name now? And there we have it. Arouse the suspicions of the female heart and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite. Ugh. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? Kawaii yo. あの斧は本当に怖いよ。The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I am not mistaken. Oh dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I am afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we only need to look at the Tower of Cakes.
But surely Mrs. Gary Depp didn't eat the carpet?
No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper.
No, that's true.
So, this is the last part of Mr. Shom's deduction that we need to fix. We need only to follow Mrs. Garydeb's gaze and that will tell us the real answer. Alright, let's see what we can see. Yes!
No shit.
Alright, let's see what's behind or on front. I don't know. Oh, what? What am I supposed to look at? Ah, wait. Is it this one? Because there's a candle on the floor. One ticket where he's supposed to go for a date? I don't know. Could be like a calling card in a brothel or red light district kind of place, I guess. This looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it? The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable.
It looks to me like even the slightest knock would make it topple over. Oh dear, that would be dangerous. Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing. Yes, I didn't notice that before. Why is that, I wonder? Why is one candle of the 3 missing from its holder?
Because it's right here on the floor. And maybe they burned it by accident, you know? Accident.
The carpet here has been ripped to shreds. Yes, and according to Mr. Shom's deduction, the tears match those made by an Indian lion's teeth exactly. Oh, look here! What is it? If you look closely at the edge, you can see scourge marks. Oh yes, so you can! In that case, perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in the normal sense at all. Let's rethink this with that in mind.
Ho ho ho! It went on fire!
Most likely.
I
guess we can present this one.
Correct!
Eh?
No, it was on the carpet. Darn cursor. Gosh.
I meant the candle. Not like this.
Okay, so we're wrong. I'll just skip this.
No. I lose 1 life for nothing. This is so sad, man. So sad. So sadness.
I have 1 life left. Ah!
Husha, husha, husha. Husha, husha, husha.
Ah, okay, I get it. What was it saying here? Okay, so the whole area is a carpet, so that means we should show the candlestick instead, I think.
Well, I got 1 life to lose. What can we do?
Ah, wait, let's save. Can we? Oh, we can't. Oh well. Geronimo! Oh, it's correct! Oh my god, I thought I was wrong. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we only need to look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and of course the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed they are. The scourge marks at the edge clearly gives the truth away. Scourge marks? It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Mrs. Garrideb's mighty arm muscles left an impression on not only her husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused a candle to fall from the whole... Oh my god, wait. The force of her slap was able to do that? Oh my god. Oh yeah. And in seconds, the carpet was alight and the whole corner of the room in flames. Yes. For the most ferocious beast in this world is never a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. And in this room that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see there is but one conclusion here. Here they come. After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire.
Pam pam pam.
Oh. Mr. Shom, sir.
I salute you! Oh no. What? That's quite comical. Deduction complete. Elementary.
Yeah, F in the chat for Mr. Garrideb.
It's these dash long winter nights, you know, nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material, for which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. The turns got tabled in the end for this too. Yeah, that's right. How the tables have turned, or the turns have tabled. Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an. Here we go again. And the carpet, was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. Bally? Hey. I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames. You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being. Over there, Mr. Garrideb? Well, you have nothing more to hide now if you'll allow me. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, the poor books. Had all my favorite old novels in that case, but as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. Gosh. Then the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. There was I, backed up the window, under heavy enemy fire. IGIARI books incoming 10 to the dozens. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride! Ah, yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast rampage.
He lost his precious book.
Mr. Shom's deductions turned out to be correct once again. It can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now, let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think. So, at exactly the same time as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole blighty could have been flattened outside my window at the moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing.
Oh, really?
Awkward silence.
Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. What can I do for you? Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garrideb's situation now. But what does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances?
I can't help you there, I'm afraid.
What?
My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I know the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not.
I was scammed.
I just knew you were going to say that. Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories, those relevant to the case and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over. Oh no. Is it that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think, huh? Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garrison. Oh yes, I'm so sorry. Thank you very much for your time. Soseki-san will be waiting for us, and I'm going to have to give him an answer. It's like confessing, ne? You gotta give him your answer.
Senpai, 私に好きですか?好きじゃないか?
マリさん、ごめん。でも、
先輩、なんで?好きじゃないか?なんで?教えてよ。
ごめん。美咲さんは、美咲さんが好きですね。Sorry. Those kinds of skits. Oh my god. Old fashioned. Wait, did I press the right place? It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison. Yes, I know. Let's hail a car. Oh. What's the matter? It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Garidev's house. Hmm? What? Who is this flamboyant looking person? I gotta give him some really weird voicing. I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Who are you calling an old man, you rum-looking nimini-pimini? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Who's this Horatio fellow, eh? What are you on about? Excuse me? What the? Who are you now? Sir, your jaw is misbehaving. The jaw. I'm sorry, it just looks though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Yunosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see. A lawyer? What? If I can be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law. Fine, I'll be on my way for today. But you mark my words. This ain't over yet.
Eh? He's doing those poses.
Get thee to a nunnery. Do I look like a blooming nun to you? This guy's so flamboyant. Why is everyone doing a weird pose?
Jojo pose.
I do hope you're not injured.
Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle. Thank you.
What was that all about?
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
I'm not Horatio either. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in the Garideb residence?
Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode.
Mr. Garideb mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor?
Ah, yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy of a polemist. In my battle of words, ne'er could there be.
Sorry? Battle? Did you say?
Who is the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sped long into the night.
Oh my god. Are you William Shakespeare? I see. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances at least.
So fair maiden, so good gentleman. I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well.
He looks like he comes from like an old shoujo manga or something. You know, like those really old ones. I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. It seems he's unaware of what's happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. With Soseki-san and that man as lodgers, the Garideb house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go and find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return. Let's hope he can get back to the prison before visiting hours are over. The local prison cell number 9.
Oh, it's you. You're here. You came. Locum student Miss Naruhodo Esquire.
I can't believe you came back! I'm so touched!
I didn't know how to voice it, sorry. We are so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume.
Oh no. Think nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never failing Nipponese.
Okay, now let's not get carried away. Oh, who's this? I'm gonna guess it's a male. It's a jail cell. Mostly the male characters are here. Oh, I quite agree. There is nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand... Oh, it's Sholmes, never mind. It is though friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. It's you! The miserable rotten spy! Herlock Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here?
I have no intention of doing anything per se, save observing, of course.
What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Well, having encountered some curious reading materials in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of the of that eccentric pair. I decided I should drop by on my way home to see how our divested friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny. Ah! You! How dare you, Herlock Sholmes! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is bedamned! What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean. And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say. For the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? What? Couldn't they just tell me right there and then? Oh, thank you for the watering. Where's my drink? Hold on.
Ah, tastes good. Tastes good. So refreshing. Hi.
Mr. Natsume, what did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed. Oh no. Why? Why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. That really agitated him. You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow? Are you referring to the prosecutor, the Reaper of the Bailey? The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Please tell me! Summarize it! How do you read that? Succinctly? I don't know how to read that. In 16 salient words! No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. Oh my goodness! Can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly! Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Mr. Macleod. What? I am impressed, Mr. Sato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Sholmes. Surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zieks killed the man himself. Oh no, he couldn't have, surely. You have some wonderful notions. Sorry? The man isn't a mass murderer, he's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Oh, yes. Why, of course he is. Of course he is? Then why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypotheses.
Huh? What on earth do you mean by that?
Dun 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 bam badam.
Van Zieks is a quite exceptional man. However, in London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. Ah, that's good. So Seki-san looks like he's going to cry tears of joy. As you are no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for the matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling impostors as witnesses, and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury. Which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly, is from time to time, my dear madam, it is simply the reality of the situation. And that's all right? However, those indicted by Lord Van Zieks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my! Though the adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking. Did it disappear? But how? Ah, by all manner of misfortunes, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage, perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown, perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. No. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well, that's a troublesome thing.
Oh, I knew it. I'm a dead dodo done for doomed.
Oh, poor guy.
I wonder if he will die though. When you say accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Garidev's house, I assume? Do you mean to say you believe the place is cursed? Suspicious. Yeah, it is suspicious, but I don't know. I have a feeling that Van Zieks? I feel like he's not a bad guy. I don't know, there's something about him. When we had our trial, he was pursuing the truth, you know? Like, he knew. So I don't think he's the bad guy. I don't think he's the one killing off his clients. I wonder if someone else is doing it for a different reason. It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain. But I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. Someone trying to set him up? Yeah, actually, that could be because all of the people who die are people he had in court, right? So maybe someone's trying to frame him for these murders, or maybe they're just trying to destroy his reputation and credibility. But yeah, I don't think he's bad. I don't think so. He wasn't, you know, interjecting false truth or whatsoever. He pursued all truth in the previous trial. So I don't think he's bad. But that's my hunch. Rivalry? Maybe. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me all the time from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room. But even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away.
You must have been very lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time.
I've had to move a number of times. Most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago now.
Yes, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient.
The rent is cheap. I have so little money. It appealed to me right away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed. Oops." He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late. So I told him,
If you have something to say, then say it. But if not, don't mention it in the first place.
"Yes, well said." But it was true. It was all true.
You mean the room really is cursed then?
Oh, definitely, this man hasn't touched any grass in so long. Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole. My sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I awake feeling as though I'm being choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me.
I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits.
If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really? No one at all? To believe. Yes, to believe.
Do you believe in magic?
Mr. Sholmes? Ah, me, Mr. Naruhodo. Pray, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Buria, if you recall. Ah, the Buria. Ah, that case. The one with the snake? Well, yes. At that time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. I did, didn't I? Interesting. What I want to know is why. Why did you believe me? I see. Yes, you mean because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in a locked room? Well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It is quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely, you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you nor in that which you were telling me.
What?
You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in.
Huh? What?
What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I am concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse in my opinion. Meaning? Whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself.
Oh, hello. Good evening.
Good evening, good.
How goes the lawyering? Well, I think we're about to say or confirm that we will defend Mr. Soseki. But yeah, a lot of stuff happened. We finished investigating the apartment where he stayed at. Hehehe. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself.
Yes, he's right! He's right, locum student Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. He's desperate.
Whether or not I can believe myself.
Ah, Kazuma, I missed you. Why did you have to die? I miss him. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in him. He has in himself. Kazuma, come back.
You were so right, Kazuma.
Kazuma. Well, my dear fellows, it is time we were leaving, I believe.
Already?
Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me?
Oh dear. There's never enough time, is there? Mr. Natsume? If you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you.
Oh, look at his face. Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. As I said, I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial? What to believe in? The defendant? Justice? Or the truth? How to believe even? But I think I finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else. To trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court. Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end, with every weapon available to me. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Oh my god, the tea. Mr. Sato.
Yes?
Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind, but it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. So it's time that I learn to believe in myself. Soseki-san has no one. He's all alone, so it's my job to help him, to fight his corner.
tomorrow in the courtroom with all the strength I can muster.
Dun, 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 pum, pum, chum, pum, 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 chum, chum, pum, pum, chum, pum, pum, chum, pum, pum. Bam, 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 bam. Would you like to save your current progress?
Of course I do. Alright. So let's just overwrite that one. So looks like we're gonna be heading to court on the next episode, or the next part of this episode, this case. So I guess we can end the stream here. Yeah, we've reached 2 hours. If we continue to the trial, we might reach 4 hours. Alright. So thank you very much for passing by or staying in my stream today. If you enjoyed your time or at least had some interest in this stream, or if you want to give me some support,
do punch that like button and then poke that subscribe button with your best IGIARI or objection that you've ever had from the bottom of your heart. And then move a bit closer to the notification bell so you know if I'm live. Yes? Yes? Yes?
Alright. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for all your support. I'm so happy. I know I didn't have a birthday stream last May 6th, and I also didn't celebrate my anniversary in YouTube last April 28th because I forgot it was the first time I streamed in YouTube. But thank you, guys. I'll try to make up for those, ne?
Hi. What else? So Wednesdays I'm usually in Twitch, and Sundays usually here in where are we? YouTube.
Oh my god. Alright. Well, I don't have any particular announcements or anything special to say. I might take a break maybe around July or June. I might go on a vacation. But it still depends. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on my budget. If I still have anything left from my salary. From my work. Alright. So let's do our outro. Say it with me if you know it. If you don't, listen well so we can say it together
next time. Alrighty.
Alright. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
And as always. Well, if I do go on a vacation, I'll make a vlog of it so that at least I could share the moments with you guys. Alright. And as always,
Katonk.
I'll see you in the next package delivery.
Bye bye.
I'm not a peach or meme lord.
お前は
もう死んでいる。
お前は本当にバカ。バカ。はい、おつわんず。バイバイ。
じゃあまたね、皆さん。ありがとう。